Hello and welcome to my at-home greenhouse where I normally keep above 4 degrees centigrade. This month I just let it go, so it's been down to minus 4 degrees centigrade, and we'll see what it's done to my Abyssinian banana in a minute, because that one's supposed to be kept above 7 degrees and brought indoors if it goes below that. Well, it's definitely been below that temperature. I know it's been down to minus 4 in here. So let's just spin. So the subject matter of today is seed sowing, and it's a little wobbly because I'm still without my tripod. So I really need Santa to revisit and bring me my connection for the camera. I think I might have to buy it myself. Stop being tight. So if you're a beginner or you don't know where to start your planning of this year, then this site is excellent. It's nothing to do with me monetarily. I gain nothing for promoting this. It's not a friend of my site. It's just a good site that I used in the past. It has got adverts. I'm very sorry about that. I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but it is very, very useful. Highly recommended. So what it allows you to do is to make up a calendar based on your area, and you set by default your particular place in the UK. Hopefully there's somewhere in America that will do the same sort of job, but for the UK it's very good. I gotta keep on switching off these adverts, I'm afraid. So its main advantage is to manipulate data so that you know what you can do from your location according to the frosts and the weather. So what we do is we choose which part of the UK we're in, choose the city that we're in my case it'll be Plymouth. So you look at the drop down box and choose Plymouth, and then the little box that's beneath it, click that, and that sets everything to your city. And what you will notice is that if you go onto the calendar now, you can actually choose which crops you want to focus on. I'm not going to pick too many this time because I don't want to crowd out the calendar that you'll see at the end. I'm just going to pick out a couple top line crops that I can compare with, just to show you and give you a good idea. Okay. And also, if you go past the vegetables, down past the adverts, pick out a couple of fruits that you're also interested in. Really useful. Thoroughly recommend that you put the fruits in as well. So once you've made your choice, click on that box, and there it is. Everything's down to your particular location. It recommends when you should sow them, and which dates, like for pruning apple trees, pruning your red currants and that sort of thing. Jetting potatoes, it's all there. And as a new person to gardening, it's so useful, it's untrue. Just going back up to the top, what you can do is you can change it. I'll change my location, I think, so that I can show you what sort of effect it actually has on it. So on the screen we choose England, we move cities from Plymouth to say let's say Leicester. Okay, so go up and choose Leicester. There you go. Click to set the. Now then you see that instantly the last frost date has changed from March to May. So it's instantly recognised that you've changed the country. We'll set exactly the same vegetables and fruit as before. Click the little box again, and away we go. Now you'll notice now things have changed. Roughly 2 months later, really, almost. In tune with your last frost dates. So for the beginner, it is absolutely a lovely way to plan your year. So that's gardenfocused.co.uk. Now then, what I do now is I actually take this information and I put it on a Office document. So let's just get that document open, shall we? Because I'm a cheapskate, I no longer have Microsoft Office. I have OpenOffice. It's a free to use program, and it works really well. So what I've done is I've taken the information on the website and I've put it into my own document, and because I have access to a frost-free greenhouse, I can then amend the dates even further. You can change it as to what you have locally. If you don't have a frost-free greenhouse, then you stay on roughly the recommends of the site. You might grow on the windowsill indoors, this sort of thing, so you can mend it. And what I do is I've done this year on year, and each year I change little bits in accordance with what has worked and what hasn't worked, and as I go along I'll actually change the color of the writing so that I know I've done that particular task, and keep it all up to date as I go along for myself. And in the short cold wet days of January, I've got something to do to plan the year ahead. So in the greenhouse I keep my seeds in an old open tin. It's a way of keeping them safe from the mice and dry. A nice cheapskate way of dividing them up to the monthly, and it means that I can grab whichever month I'm working on, grab all the seeds in one go, take them out and peruse what I've got to sow in conjunction with the document that I've already created. So it's all joined up, and I can instantly see when I've grabbed all those seeds which ones are going to be sown now. I can always make an amend, like this particular pack of onions should be in March. It's just a combined way of organising myself. Right, going back to the bananas, this is my Abyssinian banana. It's still alive because this leading leaf is still in the green, as is the main trunk. So despite the fact I broke all the records with cold and its exposure to it, only the outside leaves, which would have been removed anyway, have been badly affected. It's not recommended as a treatment, but it looks like it's going to get through. I certainly hope so. The greenhouse really needs a bit of a tidy up. I keep all mine bubble wrap because I want to keep as much heat in as possible, because it's nearly seed sowing time. So the year begins once again, and there's my little tin of seeds. And I want to take you outside into the garden to my hardy banana, because that one has been through the -4, -5 temperatures, and you can see it's a bit of a mess. It really did get hit by the frost and rotten, but the main stems are still alive. Now where I'm indicating there is about 4 foot off the ground. It's where I will prune back to in the springtime, and I'll use a saw to do that, and I'll saw quite straight across, and it will grow from that point. Shouldn't have left that one there, it's just been blown in by the wind. But basically this is about 1 meter wide, and it's where the banana has gradually grown out from the central planting where that pot was roughly occupying the space, and it's the way that this banana has expanded over the years. Lovely hardy banana, very dramatic, but torn to shred in the winds in the summer. So that's how I organise my seed collection. Hopefully it gives you a few ideas, and thanks for watching once again, and I hope to see you on my next video, which probably won't be for a couple of weeks yet because there's not a huge amount going on in January. Happy New Year to you all. Good luck with 2023.